What's up, you guys? Check this out. We got the car put back together. I mean, I know I've been slacking a little bit on the videoing. I got a lot of motor work done, I showed you. But as far as just like slapping this thing together, I wanted to get it done. Just because it's about time to get out and do some burnouts, you know? Winter's about over. Spring's right around the corner. So let me give you a quick list of what I've done to this thing so far. It's still stock block, stock bottom end. So it's got the Gen 4 rods, and it's got flat top pistons. It's got 243 heads on it. It's got a Brian Tooley Racing Turbo Cam Stage 3. It's got a VS Racing 80mm T6 Turbo, air-to-air intercooler, 210-pound injectors, E85. Got the breadbox intake with the 92mm throttle body. Got a Brian Tooley Racing trunnion upgrade, and got some hooker headers. Got a T56 Magnum. I got the fuel system here. Let me get my light here for you. I finished that up too. I took the 3 Walbro 450s out, which you guys saw, and I put this Magnum Fuel 4303 in there. And I was gonna do a filter before the pump, but I just thought that would be too much. Like I'd end up having to take the hoses this way and go do a circle, and then go through a filter, and then maybe like a pepcock. And the pepcock I did get one, it's 10AN, but if you look through it, it's like kind of like a restriction because it's smaller than what I'm looking at. So I don't want any more restrictions than I have to have on there, you know? So there's that. And then it just goes up and over. And then up front, I do have a filter right there. And I got another one coming I'm gonna use as a spare. But I got the brake lines hooked up. So this goes right over there like that. Got this one done. Don't laugh at my brake line skills. I'm not very good at that. But that gas tank sump I did turned out really good, I think. It's got a half a tank in there right now. No leaks. I was gonna use both of these, but like I said, it was just too much. Fittings, and like I got all kinds of extra fittings, but anyway, you guys get the gist of it. So we got the strange S60 rear end in there. That's another thing that we have. I got to get a drive shaft yet, or at least try to get mine taken down somehow. Size, it's just a little too long right now since I got the new rear end. Got that new strange S60 rear end. Made my drive shaft a little short, but shout out to Action Machining here, over here in South Bend. That's where I got my drive shaft made. It's a really nice one, 3-inch aluminum. It's rated at 2,500 foot-pounds. So I got my gas gauge working. I'll show you how loud that thing is. I got my laptop in here. I was calibrating my TPS, throttle position sensor, but check how loud this thing is. Whoa. So all we got to do is start it. Got everything going. I got a half a tank of gas in the old gas gauge, which is the first time I've had a working gas gauge in here. I'm so psyched about that. I'm kind of wondering how long it's going to take to get oil pressure, since, like I said, I haven't primed the pump. I'm just going to crank it. Like I did a compression test on here, and I know that the rings ain't even seated yet, and it's making way more compression. Like the compression test rated way higher than this motor ever did. So I'm excited about that. That's probably going to make the turbo spool up way faster. I found a really big leak that I had before too. So that 7 pounds of boost I had was because I had a boost leak, and it was because of this log manifold right here was hitting my when I tightened it down, it was hitting my motor mount bolts just a little bit, just like a little bit. You can't even see unless you get underneath the car and you stick your head up there, and that's probably why I didn't notice. So I was wondering why I was getting black stuff on my spark plugs, and that's because I had the exhaust leak. It didn't sound weird. This was so, I mean, it was bigger than I thought, I guess. I mean, anyway, long story short is that turbo is going to spool way faster, and I was making 575 horsepower on 7 pounds of boost. So if that turbo spools faster and I got higher compression, this thing should be something pretty fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna get it started here. You guys are here for the first start. I'm kind of curious what's gonna happen. I got a new what is it, a Millen oil pump here. Man, I can't think of it. A Melling, that's it. Melling oil pump. I was gonna say milling, but it's Melling. So I got one of those, and I think that's it for the upgrades. I think everything else is pretty much a stock. I got Brian Tooley Racing double valve springs. I got the double spring 660. So that's gonna do it. Everything else is stock. And we're about to make some power. So I'll get you guys ready. We're just gonna give this thing a crank.